Before this video starts, I want to go ahead and apologize for the audio quality. I'm not using my Zoom H1 because I'm actually in a rush. I have to get somewhere, so I'm rushing this video, and we have a crying baby in the background. Sorry. But before we get to the video, I want to talk to you guys about something. Thinking about a career in tech? Got an idea for a cool new app? Enter Corsair University, who offers degree programs that address the need for skilled tech professionals through curriculum that blends code and theory with real-world experience. Offered on campus and online are the Mobile Development and Web Design and Development Bachelor's Degree programs, and the Software Development Bachelor's Degree program is offered on campus. All students have hands-on access to technology from day one. They receive a laptop computer at an institutional discount along with relevant software and tools. To learn more about Corsair's web and technology programs, click the link in the description box down below. Hello YouTube, TECHISMASONxx here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of the Kyocera DuraForce for AT&T. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is that this phone really blew my expectations. Like, when I first got this phone, I didn't expect anything much out of it. I just expected a phone that would work, but wouldn't be really good. I just thought it was going to be like I don't really know what to call it, but I just thought it wasn't going to be the best. But this phone is pretty good, especially for what it costs. This phone is the Kyocera DuraForce from AT&T. I want to thank AT&T for sending this out to review. And once I got this phone, my first impressions was, whoa, this phone is fat, because it is pretty thick and it is pretty, I don't know, it seems like a fat chubby kid, I don't know, but it's a pretty fat phone. But I realized that this phone, and once I got it, I thought, man, this phone could be waterproof. It feels like it's waterproof, and I didn't know that it was waterproof. But then once I did some more research, I found out that this phone really is waterproof. So that just really convinced me that this could be a perfect first phone for your kids. So if you're going to get a phone for your kids, and this is going to be the first phone, I think this phone is perfect for them, because the operating system, it does run on KitKat Android, so it does have a wide variety of apps. I'm actually able to run all the apps that I wanted to run. The same thing that I could run on my Note 4, I can run on this phone. And yeah, it was really good. It runs smoothly. The screen looks decent. It's not the best screen, but it looks good. Like, I don't mind looking at it. It's not like, ew, look at the screen, it's ugly, it's too bright, it's too dark, it's too yellow, anything like that. The screen looks good. It's just not the best. Like, you won't have any problems looking at the screen. Like a normal average consumer, you wouldn't have any problems. I'm sure if you use it with moderate use, you could get through a full day on the battery life. But once I've been going through the phone, I was trying to see why do I feel like this isn't the phone for you? What is bad about this phone? And what I figured out was the camera quality. Now, the camera quality isn't terrible, but it's definitely not the best. The front-facing camera, it's kind of, I don't know really how to explain. I'm not really the perfect camera guy to come to, but I don't know, it's just not the best. As you're seeing right now, you're seeing pictures that I've taken with the front-facing and back-facing pictures that I've taken with the camera. But for the price point, this camera goes at about $400 on no contract, but once you get it with the contract, you get it for free, basically. At least that's what I saw once I did my research. Now, this is a good phone, especially if you're going to be getting a new phone for your kids. You're going to be going on a family plan, you're going to be getting them online, you're basically getting a free phone, and this is a perfect phone. But if you're trying to get it without a contract, I wouldn't recommend this, because it does cost $400, and you could get something like the OnePlus One, which is $350, and I still believe that it is a perfect phone, the OnePlus One. So yeah, but this phone is a really nice phone. It really blew my expectations. Like I said, I didn't expect much out of it, but once I got it, I was like, whoa, it's pretty good, it's pretty snappy, it's not slow, it handled all my games pretty well. It didn't really do anything bad, except, like I said, the camera really didn't please me. It pleased me, but it didn't like, whoa, this is the best camera ever, or whoa, that's why I need this phone. The camera is amazing. But yeah, the camera isn't all that. The quality to me is kind of yellow. Like, the white balance isn't perfect, but I'm sure you could fix that on your own if you're camera savvy, or if you can take it into your editing part software and fix it yourself. But it does have the availability, the option to change white balance on the phone. So if you're pretty good with that, then you can do it. But like I said, for the average consumer who probably doesn't know anything about a camera, then they wouldn't know to do that, so the camera quality will just not look its best. But yeah, the camera quality is decent. It's not the best. I really can't explain that enough, but you can just judge it from yourself from seeing the quality that you're seeing now. But the build quality, we have a power button on top, we have our volume buttons on the left, and it actually has an extra button that you can program to do whatever you want it to do. On the bottom we have a little flap that hides the little charging port, which is really there to support the waterproofing capability that it has. On the right hand side, I believe, is where you can insert external battery, and you insert your SIM card, but not an external battery, an external storage, and you can insert your SIM card there. And yeah, like I said, once I first got the phone, it was pretty thick. It's not anything that I can't handle. Like, it's a normal. This feels good in the hand. It's not that big. I would understand if it was like bigger in size, like it had a bigger screen size, then it'll probably be a problem since it is pretty thick. But since the size of the phone isn't very large, and it was able for me to handle, the thickness didn't really bother me as much as it would seem. But yeah, it's a really good phone. That's as much as I can say about it right now. Like I said, it's a really good phone. I would recommend it to be your first phone. It can even be your second phone, depending on what the first phone was. Like for me, my first phone didn't have Android. It ran some, I don't even know, but you couldn't get apps on it. So if that was your first phone, then this could be a second phone. But I really think this is the perfect first phone, especially in the day and age that we're in now with all the new phones coming out. This is a really good phone. And yeah, I'm sure if you gave this to a 7-year-old or 8-year-old, even a 9-year-old, 10-year-old even, they would really enjoy this phone because they can get any app they want. They can enjoy it. They can have a camera both front-facing and back-facing, which is good for video chat, things like that. The battery life isn't bad. So yeah, like I said, it's a pretty good phone. It isn't the best. I'll have specs in the description down below, because with this phone I didn't check the specs because I didn't want that to stir my opinion over the phone. But yes, this is a really good phone. I can't really tell you how good it is any in depth anymore. I basically told you what you need to know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces, YouTube.